there's more censorship happening, and that leads us right into this new censorship I want to tell you about. There's a show called Hard Lens Media. Everyone at Hard Lens Media now, I don't know, they're from Chicago now. That's my hometown, and they do a great show. I love Hard Lens Media. They get it right. Everyone at Hard Lens Media needs your help. We need you to message YouTube and Team YouTube to restore our account. We have been censored. Why were they censored? Well, this is what, you can't read it, but I'll tell you what it says. It says that community guideline strikes. Your content was removed due to a violation of our community standards, and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. Now, they just did that without giving them a way to appeal it. They said you can appeal it if you want. So on the bottom, it says, what did they do? It says the policy they violated, the policy of spam, deceptive practices, and scams. And their appeal was rejected. That's all they said. They don't say what. They don't say what piece of video did that. They don't give you a timestamp. They tell you the name of the video. Biden gets inaugurated. Biden is now in charge. But they don't tell you, they don't give you a timestamp, and they don't even say what they did. What they just said, it was a spam, deceptive practices, and scams. They don't say.
God.
They don't say what. And that video, by the way, was 2 months old, that they claimed violated their policy of spam, scams, and scamity-spams. 2-month old. So here's what the well, let me bring on Kit Cabello. Our guest is a journalist, one of the founders of Hard Lens Media. They broadcast out of Chicago, covering the national and Illinois political scene. They've been recently censored and suspended by YouTube. Seems to be an increasing problem for independent media. We appreciate him coming on to talk about it. It's Kit Cabello. Hey, Kit.
Jimmy Dore, thank you so much for having me on your show. Again, it's a real privilege to at least speak on your show and talk about what's happening to independent media as a whole. And I'm not talking about TYT where they're pro-censorship, because we here at Hard Lens Media are very principled on believing in free speech. Number one, this isn't the first time this happened. Between March of 2020 and September of 2020, we were shadow banned. All of our content was demonetized. Since then, our wonderful subscribers have helped build our channel back up again from scratch. And from that situation, we've been very careful how we title our videos, what we can and cannot say, and we have to kind of self-censor ourselves. That's why we have a Rockfin show, so that we can cover more hard-hitting stories and not worry about censorship. But this video, again, as you said before, is 2 months old. Not once. And everyone, all of your viewers can check all of our content too. They can go through 4 years of content if they want. But not once have I or my co-host Daniel or any of our other co-hosts scam anyone, make any false statements, spam, or do anything else that would violate YouTube's guidelines. This is right now something very devastating because it's a direct hit to everything that we do at the studio. We are Chicago's fastest growing independent media network. And because of this, we can't do interviews. We can't upload new content. We can't upload breaking stories. We can't do anything right now. And for 1 week, that's devastating. And the sad fact is, this has happened to Convo Couch, Nico House, Graham Elwood, and so many others that have been impacted by this. And if we can't get this, if we can't actually have a platform where people can speak truth to power, and I don't care if they're libertarian or socialist, if people can't protect their First Amendment right to call out our corrupt politicians, call out this corrupt neoliberal system that we're living under, well then, what kind of system do we have? What kind of media do we have that's being cheerleaded along by the corporate Democrats, by the progressive allies that we have, and I say air quote, allies in Congress? AOC was the first one to be in a super fast rush for censorship. But the thing is, once Donald Trump was kicked off of Twitter and everything else, you think him and his 75+ million volunteers disappeared overnight? But it didn't stop there. They started coming after progressives. And look at what they did to you with the force to vote. And now, all of a sudden, we're seeing other progressives trying to use their own version of force to vote, even they won't say it out loud. But then again, we get the platform. For a 2-month-old video that's titled Biden Inaugurated, Biden in Charge, I don't know what's controversial about that, and I don't know what I'm selling in that video, but I know I'm not selling anything, I'm not scamming anyone, and this is a direct challenge to anyone that's watching this video right now. Show me where I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
YouTube said, don't use a bot. Send me a real person. But wait, when we're on Rockfin, you know, it's really weird. We talk to real people when we're on Rockfin, when we want to upload content, or at least talk about the guidelines and rules. At least we see a person. YouTube has been doing this to so many people on the left, and it's not going to stop until they kick us all off. I mean, it's mind-blowing to see just how we are being silenced. And I can't predict the future. I do hope that we're able to, once again, get things back to normal in 1 week. But then what else is going to happen?
Right.
The second time this happens, we get a 2-week suspension. The third time this happens, Hardlens Media and all of our 34,200 subscribers will be gone like that. And I am very concerned about the future of press, about freedom of speech, and those who pretend to be our allies and not do anything at all.
That's right. Well, you here. Let me just. Can I read you? This is your statement that's been released by Hardlens Media.
Yes.
We received a community guideline strike on a video we did on Inauguration Day covering the inauguration. The guideline strike was for spam that we were denying Joe Biden's presidency. Now, you don't know that to be a fact. You're guessing that that's what it was. You don't know that to be a fact, that the reason why they gave you a strike was because you were denying Joe Biden's president, because you weren't denying Joe Biden's presidency, and they didn't say that. They just said spam, scamity, scam.
Yeah, they're indicating.
So you're guessing.
Yes.
We have never denied Joe Biden as president. Even the title of the video contains the words Joe Biden is in charge. Our appeal was immediately rejected. We are trying to get a hold of YouTube on Twitter. We need people to retweet our pinned comment and politely ask YouTube to review the strike. We do not believe a human has actually checked the video. That's very possible. Yeah. So, and here you are, you're telling people to go to your Rockfin channel.
Yes. And if you scroll down, you'll actually see one of our statement. Well, my recent statement.
Hardlens Media, it's a media company built to support activists, organizers, candidates. You have 3,000 followers on Rockfin already. I don't have it. That's all the statement I have. I can't scroll down. That's all I have. So it's a frightening time. What's really frightening about it is, and I'll go to your Twitter. What is your Twitter so people can go there? Is it Hardlens Media?
At Hardlens Media, that is our Twitter account. We're asking everyone to politely ask YouTube to rectify this decision because they made a mistake. And because of this mistake, this has hurt us and our projects that we're working on at our studio.
Right.
There's so much work we want to do at Hardlens Media. And because of this inaction, this thing that's halted us right now, we can't upload new content. No one's speaking to us. No one's talking to us. And all this work, this is 4 years of hard work, getting a studio of our own and actually building contacts within the city to actually shine a light on the corruption, not only nationwide, but in the city of Chicago as well. And just to think that there are progressives in power who have also larger platforms as well, and actually have the coveted blue check mark, that are all in support of this censorship.
Yep.
And yet we see them try and backpedal around and say, oh, we need your help. We need you to fight for 15, even though the Democrats constantly keep on losing. They constantly keep on failing us. I mean, maybe it's a little bit off topic, but Joe Biden just told Kamala Harris, don't overrule the parliamentarian. That's Bernie Sanders' good friend. Bernie, you got to own it. You said he was your friend. You got to own it. Then we have people like Cenk Uygur saying, oh, we got to give the people of the progressives a second and third chance. In that video that I think Daniel sent you, we got to give them a second, third chance. He almost said forced to vote.
He almost said it.
This is the same guy who then also started talking down to you, Breonna Joy Gray, Justin Jackson, and so many other heroic individuals that stepped forward for the forced to vote town hall.
Cornel West.
And Cornel West. I apologize. There's so many wonderful names that I'm forgetting. I apologize on that. But let's be very clear. What also were they saying too? They were saying for all those people to be platformed, to be censored, or to shut up.
Yep.
And now we're being told to shut up. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, our viewers, our subscribers trust us to talk to them about the news, shine a light on corruption, but yet we have YouTube telling us to shut up. YouTube made a mistake, and I'm willing to forgive, but this can't keep happening time and time again. This is our livelihood, and I love what I do. And I also love calling out these bastards that pretend to be progressives, but in reality they're not, because they are corrupt. And we can't have that. And going forward into 2022 and 2024, it's going to be a slaughter for the Democrats and their cheerleaders who constantly say we got to vote blue no matter who.
And they have absolutely no mechanism to hold their favorite politicians accountable. The mechanism you use to hold the progressives who you helped get elected, the mechanism is, A, you call them out and publicly shame them. B, you tell people to stop voting for them. And then C, you tell people to stop donating to them. And until you do those things, you're just a gas bag bullshitter who is sheep herding fucking progressives back into a counter-revolutionary corporate pro-war party. That's what the Young Turks are doing. That's what the Justice Democrats are doing. That's what Bernie Sanders has been doing. He's sheep herding progressives, squashing all the progressive revolutionary energy by funneling it back into this fucking party that they will never hold their feet to the fire to do the right thing. Joe Biden ran on $15 minimum wage, and now he's squashing it, and the squad won't do what they said they were going to do, which is vote as a block and hold Nancy Pelosi's feet to the... They're not doing fucking anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the Young Turks will tell you, keep voting Democrat. Give us money and keep voting Democrat. That's what the Young Turks... Their first message is send the Young Turks money.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, the thing is, here's a problem with these larger YouTube channels that say, hey, you got to fall in line. They want to control that narrative and not challenge the power. They got close to it in 2016. Yes. They did it also with the Justice Democrats so they can have that coveted access.
Yes.
And now we can't do anything. And sadly, Jimmy, this was our channel being suspended. We can't speak our minds.
Right. Right. So, yeah, I know. So, well... You guys have a great show at Hard Lens Media. I encourage everybody to watch it. I watch it all the time, and I jump in on your live chats, too. It's a great show, so everybody should check it out. Do you have a website? Do you have hardlensmedia.com?
Yes, we do. We have a website, hardlensmedia.com. We have our YouTube channel, Hard Lens Media. We do have a backup channel for the time being. We also are live on Rockfin. We have Twitter. We have a Discord page as well. And we just want to build a community up so we can actually speak truth to power and push back. And we want the suspension removed. We want these strikes removed, because if we can't get this fixed, maybe it's the end of Hard Lens Media. And I dread to think that. And that's 4 years of content.
I know.
4 years of journalism gone.
Well, you can thank the Young Turks for wholeheartedly embracing censorship on YouTube, internet, and social media platforms. They're the opposite of progressives. All right, Kit Cabello, thank you very much. Hard Lens Media, good luck. Keep us up to date what's happening with your channel, and I hope you get this straightened out. You know, this has happened to other people, just so it's not all doom and gloom, but this is obviously a mistake that the algorithm screwed up on, and I don't think a person has looked at it. But I've seen other people's channels where this has happened to. They finally do somehow manage to get a person to look at it, and then they reinstate them. But you know, I mean, that's a shitty system. I get it. I understand it's a horrible system, and you guys are out of luck until that happens. But good luck. Keep us up to date, and hopefully you guys will get a liaison at some point, and you'll be able to have a direct person at YouTube. So, all right. Kit, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy, for this opportunity.
Okay. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.